Hey guys, it's Nicole. Welcome back to Chronicles of Crafter. So today I was just playing with some paper and came up with two ways to make a various multi-pocketed little folio that can go into into a junk journal. One of them is going to have 5 pockets and the other one's going to have 6 pockets, and it's just basically 1 or 2 extra cuts that you have to make in this 12 by 12 sheet of paper. I also made a little reverse folder, and I'll show you what that looks like. It looks like this. Okay, so I took the page that I was least attracted to and made this cute little folder out of it. It has 2 little tucks right here, and I did not glue these down because I wanted the maximum amount of space to go in here. And it's basically just a gusseted little pocket that can house, you know, a few journaling cards or what have you. But the key thing is how it goes into the journal. So let's just say this is your journal here. Here's the former folder that I made out of an actual file folder. I just sized it to fit into this junk journal, as well as added my own pockets here and some slatted pockets here. All right, and so what I want to do is take my reverse folder, and let's just say it would go into this journal on a page like so. And you can either glue this down, okay, like that, and then glue this side and close it up like that. Or you can glue it so that this is still a pocket up here, okay, so you can tuck things in. So what you would do is then glue here and at the bottom and over here and at the bottom, and then you would have a pocket here and a pocket or tuck right here and a pocket here and a tuck right here. All right, so it's basically a negative folder or a reverse folder. All right, and a couple of easy ways to put this folder into the journal would be with a bullnose clip. This way it has sort of a tag. All right, so here's like a little, oh, this is so cute, a little mini bullnose clip right there. And it's basically like a little tag that sticks out at the side of the journal, and you can also hang a dangle from it. So here I have a little bumblebee. Okay, so what I would do is then loop my paper clip through this bullnose clip, if it would comply. Oh, you were just in. Get back in there. Okay, good. Alright, I would then loop that through there, and now I have a cute little dangle hanging from the side of my junk journal, indicating that there's something there. Alright, something to explore. So yeah, there's that. Alright, but that's not the project we're going to work on today. That's just a reverse or negative file folder, okay, and I've showed you how to make a file folder before. I might find the video and stick it right up here if I can. If not, it's for another day. Today we're going to make these, okay, so this is my second attempt at filming this video, and in the process I found another way of doing this pocketed folder thingy. So here, I'll show you what I started off with. I started off with 2 sheets of 6 by 12. All right, so it's basically a 12 by 12 sheet of paper, and I went ahead and scored it at 4 and at 8 all the way down. Okay, you score here at 4, you score here at 8 all the way down. All right, you rotate the page like so, and you score it at 6. All right, then you take your 12 by 12 page. Let's just say this is 12 by 12. I've rotated it back, and what you want to do is fold it in. So you just fold in your score marks, all right, just to get them nice and crisp. Fold this one in, get it nice and crisp, okay. And on your 4 and 8 score mark, you want to cut them out. Okay, so sorry, not on your 4 and 8. You want to rotate the page, and then you're going to score at 3 down to that 4, and then 9 down to that 4. Okay, so that's all you're doing is scoring the paper. We haven't even cut anything yet. You're going to score again at 3 down to the 4 score mark, and then at 9 down to that 4 score mark, and now we're going to cut them out. Okay, so I'm going to rotate my 12 by 12. We're going to cut that 6. Now we have 2 6 by 12s. Okay, are you following me so far? What you want to do is cut out your score mark. So there's a little tiny river that runs in between the 2 pages, and you want to cut out that little river so that these 2 pages can fold without any hindrance. All right, so you just cut out the score mark completely. All right, and now we have this. And I will explain it again before I glue anything together. I'll show you again what I've done. Alright, so here's our 12 by 12 sheet. We are going to score it at 4 all the way down and at 8 all the way down. Okay, you can decide if your paper is directional or non-directional. You can decide which page, which side of the paper you want to score. I'm scoring here 4 all the way down and at 8 all the way down. I'm going to rotate the entire 12 by 12 sheet, scoring it at 6 all the way down. All right, and then I want to score from 3 down to that first 4 score mark, and at 9 down to that first score, the 4-inch score mark. Okay, then I'm going to take my paper and cut it on the 6 so that I have 2 sheets of 6 by 12, and then I am going to cut my score mark out that I made over here on the 3 and the 9. All right, if you can follow that, you're doing great. Okay. All right, so next I am going to decide how this is going to fold up. All right, so it's not going to fold like this, which would be perfectly fine. Actually, you can have a tuck here, tuck there. I mean, it you know, pocket. Okay, but because we've cut out our score marks, we're going to invert our paper. All right, and I'm going to put one pattern on one side, one pattern on the other side, and this has 2 cut marks over here, and then this has 2 cut marks over here. Actually, I'm going to flip it over. Okay, I have 2 cut marks over here and 2 cut marks over here. Now I'm going to take my center section that has no cut marks, ignore the thumb notch, okay, no cut marks, and I'm going to place it on the last flap of this page. Okay, so these are my 2 6 by 12s. I'm lining them up, and this will become a pocket for this last flap over here. I get the feeling like I made something like this before. Well, it doesn't matter. All right, so now my page folds like this. Okay, I have my 2 last flaps, the first and the last, attached. Okay, I cut a thumb notch in the front side, so this will become a pocket, and folded it over. And then I'm going to take my 2 flappy doos over here and fold those over, and now I have 2 thumb notches right here, one there and one here on the side, and this will become 2 pockets right here. So what we'll do is we'll glue this up the sides like this to make a pocket going that way. And then I fold these 2 flappity doos over like so, and I have a thumb notch here for a pocket and a thumb notch here for a pocket. So we'll glue these down the side and at the bottom, down the side and at the bottom. All right, and when you're done, this then closes like so, and you have a 5 pocket flippity thingy. I crack me up so much because there are no official names for any of this. All right, you just play with paper until you get what you want and call it what you like. Okay, so to begin, I am going to put glue on my last flap on my right and my first flap on the right and my last flap on the left. Okay, if you want to ink it, cutting your thumb notches, now is the time to do it, because once you start gluing, you can't do that. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm going to ink only my thumb notches just so that I can see for a fact that this is a pocket. Okay, and I'm gonna ink this one, and I'm gonna ink here. Okay, so these are my pockets here on this side. And then over here, I am going to ink these. And here. Okay. So this is going to go, my first flap is going to go on my last flap, like so. And we'll just glue it down. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? We're just playing with paper, playing with paper. And I'm using art glitter glue. I know my art glitter glue is coming out brown, and that's because I am not using a stainless steel pen on my glue dangle. I had a stainless steel pen and I lost it. So the pin itself, the dangle was still sitting on the desk. So I don't know what happened to that. So I just grabbed the Nicole pin, reassembled my dangle, and stuck it into my art glitter glue. And I realized that art glitter requires a stainless steel pin. So there's my trivial dilemma of the day. Okay, no big deal. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. All right, I'm gonna hold these two up so I can line them up nice and neat. And I don't want to touch this crease right here, so let's just slide it over so that it folds nicely without getting in the way of the crease. Okay, grab a dry wipes and just wipe off any excess. So that's one pocket done. All right, ink the top here. So now that's a full pocket. Next I want to do this one. So I'm just going to glue two sides, right here and right there, on the inside here. And I should probably be using my glue mat, but who's got time to hunt that down? There's one. Okay. And here is the other. Oh, wrong side. Duh. Like, why do I need glue in the crease? Okay. And then I will just ink the top part of that thumb notch, so you know that that is a definite pocket right there. Any excess glue, get it out of here. Alright, so now we have one pocket here. Okay, for sure, that's a pocket. And we got two pockets down here. One at the top and one at the bottom. Okay, we can flip this one, the left hand side flappity thingies, these two little, I don't know, flappity thingies, And we're gonna fold it over and glue these two down like so. All right, so 3 sides of glue. Sometimes it's a little hard to see, so I'm just lifting it away from the previous. Actually, just 2 sides of glue. You don't need glue on the crease. Nicole, why would you say 3 sides of glue? Okay. So I'm just going to glue that down right there. Again, we already cut in our thumb notch and inked it. So we know for a fact that this is a pocket going that way, or, you know, going that way. And I'm going to glue this one right here and here. Okay, so ink the edge right there where the thumb notch is. Okay, so now we have that, and this can lay flat into your junk journal like so. This will fold over like that, and then this will fold over like that.
Sorry, I don't know that.
Well, thank you, B. Appreciate it. I didn't ask you. I didn't ask you anything at all. Okay, so mind your business. So yeah, I'm just inking all the way around here. And okay, so that's one version of it. The other one is this crazy hoopity-hoo. Let's see, so I completely messed this one up by scoring and cutting too much, and it turned out okay. Alright, so as you can see, I haven't cut any thumb notches in, so I don't even know yet where the pockets are. So this one, I'm thinking a pocket here at the top, pocket here at the bottom. Okay, then you flip it over. We can do a pocket on the side here. Let's just mix and match this one. Let's just do it all over the place. Let's just do top and side pockets everywhere. Alright, I'm gonna do that because it's an open option right now. Yeah, it can go any which way we want. Alright, so again, we have our same situation. 12 by 12 sheet of paper. Alright, let's just say 12 by 12 sheet of paper. And I did the exact same thing with the score marks. Alright, so I scored at 4 and 8 all the way down. Alright, rotated my paper and I scored at 6 all the way down. Okay, cut my score mark at 6 and ended up with this. Alright, so now I have 2 6 by 12s. Alright, so then I took my 2 6 by 12s, placed it on my scoreboard, and I scored at 3 and rotated it, and I scored at 3, only to that 4 and 8 score marks. Alright, and I did the same thing with the second sheet, scored it at 3 and rotated it, and I scored it at 3, only to the 4 and 8 score marks. Alright, I think I explained it a little bit better that time, because before, I don't know what I was trying to get y'all to do. Alright, so okay, so now I have this, right? So I went ahead and I cut out my 3 score mark, the 3-inch score mark. So there's 3 inches over here, 3 inches over here. Cut the score mark out. There's 3 inches over here, 3 inches over here. Cut the score mark out and repeat. Okay, so that's how I ended up messing this one up, because we weren't supposed to cut the second side score marks. Alright, that's how this one is really solid, and we know exactly where our 5 pockets are. Okay, but on this one we're gonna have to figure it out together. So alright, I'm gonna flip this over and put one on one side, one on the other, and wherever there is a solid base. Okay, so let's see this. we have a solid panel right here. It measures 4 inches wide, right? Because it was 4 and 8 that we scored our paper. So this is a 4 by 6 inch panel right here. We're going to take that and add it to the panel that has 2 flippity flappies. So on the right is our flat panel. On the left are the 2 flippity flappies, and I'm going to add those 2 to this panel. That's where my base is going to go. And then the left hand sheet is going to have a flat 4 by 8 panel right here, and that's going to be the backings for these 2 pockets. Alright, so I'm going to cut thumb notches in just so I can show you exactly where all of the pockets are going to go. So like I was saying, we can mix and match them. I'm going to put a notch here on the side. Oh no, where is my... I'll be right back. Okay, I found it. This is my 2.5 inch circle punch. I came into the room without it, so how was I going to do this? Okay, so what we're going to do is cut in thumb notches now. And I'm going to cut a thumb notch here on this side, right here. So the thumb notch, like so. Okay, you see that? And then on this one, I'm going to cut a thumb notch on the center of the bottom. B, if you say one more thing, I swear, you're coming out of here. Okay, so now we have that. Do you see that? Okay. And on this one, I'm going to reverse that and put a thumb notch. Put a thumb notch at the top and on this side. And one up here. Okay. And on this one, am I on camera? Okay, so on the last one, I'm going to reverse it again and put a notch here. And one here. Alright, let's assemble, okay? Again, we're looking at our panels that are fully flat, 4 by 6 panels, no marks, no cuts in them. Oh, we have 2 more pockets over here. Who knew? So this one has a notch here and one at the top. I am going to put one at the top and one down here. I don't even know how many pockets this is going to have, guys. Like, it's all going to be a surprise to me as well. Alright? Just so you know, we're doing this together for the first time. Alright, I'm going to start with these 2 right here in the center. And I'm going to put glue on. See, okay, so here's my dilemma. I like this side of the page better than this side of the page. So for more confusion, I'm just going to flip it over, okay? And do this side. I'm going to put glue on here and here. Again, same problem, right? So let me flip it over again. Okay, yes. Alright, so yeah, again, like I was saying, I like this pretty side better than this linear design or geometric design or whatever. So I flipped it over so that my florals are on the outside. Alright, and I didn't change the orientation of the paper other than just flipping it over for the florals. Okay, so again, I have my solid 4 by 6 here and a solid 4 by 6 here, and those 2 are going to have pockets on it for sure. Alright, so I'm going to glue those. Right here, I'm going to place a little bit of glue on 2 sides of this one. Top. and bottom. Whoa, that line is super crazy. Okay, so top and bottom of this pocket right here. And around the world on this one. Well, just really, yeah, around the world on this one. So here and here and here. Okay, so there is that page. And of course, I didn't ink a thing, so I can't even see my pockets. Great. Way to go, Nicole. But of course, there's a solution to everything. Here, I'll show you. I think I showed this to you the other day. When you run into the issue of having not inked, you tuck something in the spot where you need inked, and you just go in on an angle and get the parts that you need inked. All right, so there. Now there's a pocket. Same thing with this side over here. I forgot to ink. I'm just gonna tuck something in and go around and ink it. Problem solved. Okay, so now we can see our pockets. Before I forget, I'm gonna go ahead and ink everything, just so I can see where the pockets go. I mean, I don't want to confuse y'all any more than I have thus far. This won't cut out. So yeah, I'm just gonna ink all the way around here, just so I can see where my pockets are. And I'm going to ink these back here. And I'm going to ink one more. These over here. I'm sorry if my paper is like all in the camera and... Can y'all tell I'm excited to be back in my craft room? Like, feeling under the weather is just the worst. And then when you get back to your normal routines, it's like you're so excited to be doing stuff again at your own free will. You know, there's no stopping you at that point, right? So all I'm really doing is getting those white edges off of the page, because you know, when you cut a piece of paper, the white fibers in the middle starts to show, and who wants to see that, really? So all right, so I've cut all my thumb notches, I've inked all my pockets, and I'm just going to start folding this back up. All right, so here we go. Here is a pocket right here. So okay, I've done this one. I'm going to do this one on the full 4x8 panel, and again I'm just going to glue the top and the bottom. Okay, and I'm going to flip that over there. And I'm going to do this one around the world, so all the way around. You don't have to, because I think the other side is already glued. You know, you'll know what I mean. If you try this, you'll see what I mean. Okay, so this one goes here, and I'm just using my dry wipes to clean up any excess glue. Okay, so now we have that. So this is a pocket here, and this is a pocket here on the bottom, okay? So the last thing to do is flip this page over, and I'm going to flip this back on itself, and we're going to glue these two pockets down right here. On two sides. And this one on two sides. And I'm going to flip this again over to the other side, and we're going to flip these two back this way. And there will be two pockets here. At the end of the day, we're just going to be loaded with pockets, okay? And I'll tell you how many we got. I think it's about 8. We'll see. I'm going to fold glue here. And you want to cut your thumb notches in first, because that'll tell you where all your pockets are going in the direction that they're facing. Because if you start gluing and you don't have a thumb notch, then how would you know that this is a pocket that tucks in that way, right? I mean, that's just me. And I'm going to glue top and bottom on here. And this is a side tuck pocket. Once I pull out my little tags, I'll show you how many pockets we have all together. The important thing to remember is to cut out that score mark, okay? So you got to cut that score mark, the little river, the groove, I should say, of each page, all right? So of each score mark. So here we have this. Let me grab a ticket and I'll show you how many pockets we have all together. Let me find a, let's do a little plain tag. Okay, so here is a little plain Jane tag. It's about 1 3/4 by 3.5. Okay, 1 3/4 by 3.5. A little plain tag. All right, we have one pocket for sure. One pocket. We got two pockets. Okay, right there on the side. Two pockets. We got one up here, 3, and we got one down here, 4. Okay, flip it over. You got one here, and it seems like I got glue in the wrong spot. Okay, you got one here, and you got one here. So what was that? 4, 5, 6. One here, 7, and one here, 8. Okay, so we have 8 pockets in total. Now, how do you put this into a junk journal? We're going to fold it in half. All right. At least that's what I'm envisioning. I'm folding this in half. And this will be one of those things that can clip onto the side of a page, or we can't glue it down unless you want to lose 2 pockets, but I would just clip this onto a side of a page, similar to how I did my previous reverse file folder. Alright, so that's how this would go, let's just say. Okay, and it's small enough that you can still access these inside pockets. Okay, you clip it into the side of a page, it's now a removable. You can take it out, open it up, and you have all these tickets or tags tucked into various spaces in this pocket. Okay, into this little folio. That's one. The one that I really wanted to show you guys would be this one that is glued down flat onto a page. it folds over like this to the left, and then like this to the right, or to the right and then to the left. Okay, you fold your left side in first, and then your right side is your cover. And when you open it, you've got one pocket here, one here at the bottom, one pocket here, and then one here at the bottom. Okay, did you see that? Let me move my hand out of the way. Got a pocket here on the side and a pocket down here on the side, and then you open it up and you have a very large pocket back here. All right, and this would be a stationary scenario where there's nothing going on the back, unless you want to glue it on 3 sides. Okay, so you would glue it side, bottom, side, and glue it down to the page, and now you have a double pocket. So there's one here, and then there'll be a big one back here as well. Okay, so it'll be a double pocket for a tag. So this is way too big. That's not going to work. Let's see. So you'd have a pocket here, and even this is too big, but you'll have a pocket here, and then you'd have space in the back if you glue it on 3 sides for another pocket back here. I hope all of this made sense. If it did not make any sense, I do apologize. But at the same time, these are just cute little flippity doodads that you can put into your junk journal with the tons of pockets. Okay, so this one has 2, 4, 5, and then 6 if you use this back one as a pocket as well. All right, so 6 pockets there. This one has 8 pockets. All right, so we have 2, 4, flip it over, 6, 8. How can you go wrong with this? Tons of space to tuck stuff. All right, guys, I'm gonna stop gapping. I'm gonna leave you guys right here, and I hope you guys have a crafty day. Stay naturally curious, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.